Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode about the movies with William Fletcher. As per usual, I'm your host, William Fletcher, and this week's episode, quick one this week. The BAFTA Awards happened, the Critics' Choice Awards happened as well, so I'll quickly touch on that the BAFTAs are mainly what I will be discussing, and I won't be discussing everything, I'll be discussing the main awards categories. So, Critics' Choice, Power of the Dogs got a lot of stuff, as I sort of assumed it would, because it's Power of the Dog, it's the best picture frontrunner, it's probably going to win at this rate. I really don't think anything other than that will win. It was a decent night, I guess. I wasn't too particularly invested, really, because, it's just sort of it's kind of all sort of predictable. Yeah, Power of the Dog won Best Picture and Director. Then Will Smith won Best Actor for King Richard. Completely makes sense. He is sweeping. He is going. I would be surprised if he didn't win the Oscar at this rate. And then Jessica Chastain won for Eyes of Tammy Faye. Very, very well deserved. I think this could potentially push Chastain to winning the Oscar, which I believe she should be winning. If she doesn't win at this rate, I will be disappointed, personally. Then Ariana DeBose won for supporting actress. Predictable, she's a lock, she's gonna win at this rate. And then Troy Kotsur won for Coda, which is super interesting, because now this could potentially push him to winning the Oscar. And I think I said before this, if he wins at BAFTAs, he could potentially start to win. This could potentially push him to winning the Oscar. And we'll find out in a couple minutes if he did indeed win the BAFTA or not. Then there was Best Young Actor / Actress. Jude Hill won for Belfast. Fine, I guess. I personally would have given it to Amelia Jones. Then he had Belfast Best Acting Ensemble. Kenneth Brandt, Belfast for Original Screenplay, and then Power of the Dog for Adapted Screenplay. Pretty predictable. I would be kind of surprised if something else happened. Mitchells vs. Machines won Best Animated Feature. That is a surprise, but I don't think that's really going to change much. I think Encanto is winning Best Animated Feature at the Oscars, honestly. I'd be surprised if anything else was to happen. And Drive My Car won Best Foreign Language Film. Again, no surprise there. I would have been surprised if anything else had won. Now, BAFTAs, I'm just going to touch on animated feature film, not in the English language, the Screenplay Awards and the acting categories, director and picture. So, so best film not in the English language, Drive My Car won. I haven't seen any of the other nominees, but I feel like probably they were all better than Drive My Car. That pretty much makes my feelings on Drive My Car pretty apparent. Next week for the Oscars episode, I will delve more into my overall thoughts about Drive My Car and whether or not I like it or not. But I feel like the way I said that, you could maybe tell them, yeah. Then Encanto won Best Animated Film. Again, not a surprise here. Encanto is winning the Oscar. I'd be surprised if anything else won. And to be fair, I don't really mind. Luca was good. Mitchells vs. Machines was quite good. Haven't seen Flea yet. Flea could potentially be better than Encanto when I watch it, because there's still a few Oscar films I have yet to watch, but I would like to watch them before the ceremony in a couple weeks' time. But yeah, at this rate, it is Encanto. Drive My Car and Encanto are both locks for those respective categories. And yeah, I'd be surprised if anything else happened. Then Original Screenplay and Adapted Screenplay. Sean Hayter won for Adapted. That's very, very nice. I don't know if this is going to necessarily propel her to the Oscar. I would love it if it did, because Coda is far and away my favourite of these films. I've seen 4 or 5. I haven't seen The Lost Daughter yet. But I would be surprised if I enjoyed it as much as I loved Coda. Again, Coda, you will hear my thoughts about that in next week's Oscars episode. Or you can listen to my review of the year where I discuss it there and how much I loved it. But I don't know at this rate if, like, this is going to change anything. Like, I don't know if the WGAs haven't happened yet. But I don't know if all of them are nominated in this category because of the way these sorts of awards work. Basically, because some people can get DGA award and some can get the WGA, or some can get the DGA, because some people are part of the director's branch and can get nominated for the director stuff, and some are part of the screenplay branch and can, get the screenplay. But this is the BAFTAs, so it doesn't really matter. And then we had Best Original Screenplay went to Licorice Pizza, which I watched recently, and, I don't really... It's probably the best one of those, but that's not a particularly strong list of nominees, because, none of those films have got particularly great screenplays. The other nominees were Being the Ricardos, Belfast, Don't Look Up, and King Richard. It's probably the best screenplay of that list, but it's just, that's not, it's not this is, and maybe Licorice Pizza this could be, a last surge at the end for Licorice Pizza to get original screenplay, which, I wouldn't be against. I don't think anything else that's been nominated this year is particularly great. Looking at the Oscars, you got Belfast, Don't Look Up, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, and The Worst Person in the World, which I haven't seen, but that could potentially... I watched that before this, and that I might love that movie and that screenplay more. But, at this rate... Because this one's going to be a lot quicker, because this is, the last major award pre the Oscars, so it's sort of there won't be as much to talk about, because it's everything just sort of set in stone, and it kind of seems obvious. Speaking of obvious things, Ariana DeBose won for West Side Story. Very well deserved, in my opinion, although she was good in it. She deserves to be winning. I haven't... And yeah, she's been nominated for the Oscar. And I would be surprised if she didn't win at this rate, especially comparatively to the other nominees. She's my favorite of them. Again, giving away my Oscars opinions that you will hear in the episode that'll be coming out next week, but, very well deserved. But it's also kind of just there hasn't really been, anyone who's been amazing getting in supporting actress, and also it's kind of I just am she's going to win the Oscar, she's going to win the Oscar. And then Best Lead Actor went to Will Smith, and I'm doing it like this because Best Actress in a Leading Role... Okay, so I'll start with Best Actress now, actually. Joanna Scanlon for After Love. This category doesn't matter. None of these people have been nominated for an Oscar, so it doesn't matter. So I don't need to talk about it, because none of them are nominated. I personally was pulling for Emilia Jones, and I would have liked it. And actually, before this, I was looking at this last night when I was recording my Oscars episode, and it said these people, it had sort of winners, and I was like, oh, it happened already. And no, it turns out someone had just gone in and made changes to it so that it looked like these certain people had won, and then it's oh no, they actually haven't. So, yeah. I was happy for about a few minutes when I thought Emilia Jones had won and she hadn't, which was a shame, because she should win, because she should have been nominated for an Oscar. But no, that didn't happen, because the Academy's stupid. Best Actress is a fucking shambles this year. Last year was a pretty decent lineup, okay? Carey Mulligan and Vanessa Cody were excellent. Frances McDormand was fine. Viola was a supporting performance. She should not have been a Best Actress. She was a supporting performance. And I haven't seen Audrey Day in United States versus Billie Holiday, but, So yeah, Best Actress doesn't mean anything because none of these women have been nominated for an Oscar, so it doesn't matter. Best Supporting Actor. This, I think I may have touched on this, that if Troy Kotsur had won, if Troy Kotsur wins this, this could maybe push him to the Oscar, and he did win. And now I'm so happy because this actually genuinely means Troy Kotsur could win the Oscar now because he won the Screen Actors Guild Award, and that's good. That's like a good sign. And now he's won the BAFTAs again, a really good sign. And I think and he also won the Critics' Choice. So he's like getting up there, and it's like he is getting up there, and now he might actually just like he won the Screen Actors Guild Award and the Critics' Choice Award, and now the BAFTA, and he's been nominated for the Oscar. So now I actually think he could potentially win now. Like, Cody Smith-McPhee was good, not great. I don't think he should be winning personally. It should be going to Jason Isaacs and Mass, but he hasn't been nominated because nobody's seen that film because the Academy are stupid bastards and they've bollocksed this cat. Like, but Troy Kotsur winning would be super nice, and I'd be super happy if he wins. And if he doesn't win, I'll actually be disappointed because he's gotten so much momentum now because he's winning. He's won the SAG, he won Critics' Choice, he's won BAFTA. Like, the only major thing really was the Globe. But he might be winning now, and I'll be so happy if he wins. Like, if I looked at Gold Derby, which I'm going to do right now, and look at the odds, because I think there's a very good chance now that... Because also, Jessica Chastain has been bumped, I think. So looking at the Gold Derby award, the nominees, so Ariana DeBose is like... Everyone is like, yeah, Ariana DeBose is winning. Like, everybody agrees it's DeBose winning. Now, Troy Kotsur is up to number 1 to win the Oscar now on Gold Derby, but Cody Smith-McPhee is still behind. But I think Troy Kotsur could win at this rate, and I want him to win because he's far and away... It's the best performance of this list of nominees, because I've seen all these nominees, and, well... You'll hear my thoughts next week in my Oscars episode, where I discuss my personal opinions on this list of nominees, because I've seen them all. And then DuBose is, pretty much guaranteed to win at this rate. Then Best Actress, everyone thinks it's Jessica Chastain. She's got the highest, she's, like, number 1 in most places. She's won Critics' Choice, which is good, and I want her to win, and I'll be super disappointed if she didn't win. And I would genuinely think it would be a tragedy if she didn't win for this, because she is amazing. Jessica Chastain is amazing in Eyes of Tammy Faye. I mean, she's just amazing in general, but like, she should be winning. So if she doesn't win, I'll give my thoughts about it and how stupid I think it is if she doesn't win. Then we've got Best Actor in a Leading Role, Will Smith and King Richard. He's gonna win. This is pretty much like most of the acting category. I mean, I'd argue most, like, Best Actor and Best Supporting Actress locks. Like, Will Smith and Ariana DeBose winning without a shadow of a doubt. Best Actress and Best Supporting Actor are a bit more up in the air, although I'm a bit confident in them, in what's going to happen with them. But Will Smith is winning. There was a possibility that maybe Benedict would win, but no, Benedict lost. So at this rate, if Will Smith loses, something happened. But yeah, that's sort of my... So for the acting categories, I'm going to go Will Smith in King Richard, Jessica Chastain in Eyes of Tammy Faye, Troy Kotsur in Coda, and Ariana DeBose in West Side Story. So those are the acting categories. And then we've got Best Director and Best Film. Both went to Power of the Dog, Jane Campion. So, it's pretty much the lock to win Best Picture at this rate. I don't think anything could really upset West Side Story. Maybe Coda. Also, I really don't think it'd be Coda. But Coda did win SAG Ensemble, which kind of has history with it predicted, like Parasite won best ensemble, SAG Ensemble, and that led them to the Oscar win. Although I don't know if that's going to happen for Coda. I would love it if it did, but I'm not sure. But Power of the Dog, a decent film, but definitely not my preferred choice. And that's it. That's the BAFTAs / Critics' Choice. A much quicker one this week because we're at a point where it's like a couple weeks before the Oscars. Everything's kind of predictable. Everything is kind of gonna happen. Everything sort of like if something different happens, it'll be going what the fuck. So thank you for listening to this one. A bit quicker this week. I hope you enjoyed. Next week will be an Oscars episode. It's a very long one. I recorded it last night. It's super long, but I hope you'll enjoy it. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I will see all of you guys in the next one. Bye.